Hi, welcome to ELA today. So this week we've been learning all about the five senses. Do you remember what they are? You can look at Mr. Potato Head to get some ideas. See, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Those are our five senses. So today we're going to get to read a really cool book all about the five senses. This is my front cover. The front cover usually has the title and it makes sure it keeps the book safe. My title says, Look, Listen, Taste, Touch, and Smell. Learning about your five senses. The front cover also usually gives the author and the illustrator. The author is the one that writes the words. This one's author's name is Pamela Hill Nettleton. And the illustrator is the one that draws or paints the pictures. The illustrator is Becky Shipp. So I have my front cover, and I also have my back cover. Back cover usually tells us a little bit about the book. It kind of gives us a little hint about what it might be about. So this says, Look, listen, taste, touch, and smell. Learning about your five senses. Do you know how your five senses help you? Find out how your sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch help you understand the world around you in this story about your amazing body. That sounds really fun. I want to learn about my body. That's been our essential question, right? Is how do the senses help us learn? So this is going to give us the answers that we've been wondering all week long. I know you guys already have some really good ideas about how they can help us, but let's learn from this book. This book is in the genre of informational text. That means it's kind of like a science book. It gives us a lot of information about the five senses. So it's not going to be a story with a lot of characters. Instead, it's going to tell us facts and things that we can learn and remember, and it'll help our brain grow in a different way. I can't wait to read it with you. As we read, I want us to be asking ourselves questions before we read, while we read, and then again after we read. That's a great strategy to help us understand what we're reading about, and is something that you can do when grown-ups read to you and eventually when you read to yourself. So I'm going to ask myself before I read, I wonder what the five senses do to help me learn. I'm basically just asking myself the essential question this time. I bet as we read, we're going to figure that stuff out. All right, let's go ahead and read. So I'm turning, and this is my title page. Remember, the title page usually has about the same information as my front cover, but the title page often looks a little bit different and sometimes has some different pictures. So on this page, I see the boy, and he's sees some cookies, and it looks like they smell really good. Then when we look in on this page, we see a whole bunch of people, and it looks like they're maybe at a cookout, ready to learn about their five senses maybe. All right, let's go ahead and read. Ooh, I'm excited. It says, do you ever roast marshmallows? You hear the crackle of the fire. You smell the smoke. You feel the warmth. You see the marshmallows turning golden brown. And finally, you taste the yummy treat. Your five senses can help you enjoy what you do. I've already learned something. I've already answered one of my questions. My five senses are going to help me enjoy things, and they might make me a little happier. Give me a Me Too sign if you've ever roasted marshmallows and felt and smelled and saw everything that happens when you do that. Yeah, I do it in my backyard sometimes. You have five senses that tell you what is going on around you. They are hearing, sight, smell, taste, and touch. Which of the five senses is your favorite? Your senses help you know if you are safe or in danger. You can always use your senses for fun, too. So, wait, that told me something. I can use my five senses to know if I'm safe or if I'm in danger. Oh, so if you feel like something's hurting you, maybe that means that you need to go to the doctor, right? So my senses help me know if I'm safe and healthy. It says your sense of touch tells you when something is too hot, like fire. Oh, that's another good idea. If we know that it's hot because of fire, maybe we'll know to call the firefighters. Each of your senses has a special place on your body. Your ears hear, your eyes see, your nose smells, your tongue tastes, and your skin touches. Each of these places sends signals to your brain. Your brain understands these signals. It knows whether you hear music or someone talking. It knows whether you smell something good or something stinky. This tells us getting a good night's sleep helps keep your senses sharp. I hope you guys have good night's sleep and make sure your body's rested because it helps our 5 senses. That's something else I learned. While we're reading, I want to ask myself another question. I wonder what else I'll learn about my 5 senses from this book. Let's find out. The part of your ear on the outside of your head catches the sounds you hear. Then it moves inside your head. Did you hear that? This catches the sound and it goes right in there into that little hole. That's why it's shaped like that. I already learned something about my ears. Oh, how exciting. It says right here, it's a fun fact. I love fun facts. It says, earwax looks and feels gross, but it helps your ears. It catches germs and dirt before it can get inside your ear. Did you know that? That earwax stuff that you got to clean out? It's good to have a tiny bit in there because it keeps the germs away. I learned another thing. I'm so excited. Do a learning dance. Okay, let's keep reading. Oh, here's a boy making some music, it looks like. Your ear has many other parts inside that you can't see. These parts turn noises into signals that your brain can understand. The colored part of your eye is called the iris. The black hole in the center of the iris is called the pupil. The pupil lets in light for your eye to see. So this part's the pupil. I know a fun fact that I want to tell you guys. It's a connection I have. Your pupil, the black part, actually gets bigger and smaller depending on if you have a lot of light or not a lot of light. Not a lot of light or a lot of light. Oops, said that wrong. If there's not a lot of light, it's big. And if there is a lot of light, it gets small. This sound here says, glasses can help you see better when the inside parts of your eyes don't work so well. Behind your eye is an optic nerve. It takes the pictures your eye sees and sends them to your brain. Your eyes know how to focus, just like a camera. What thing do you guys like to look at with your eyes? Oh, I like that too. Sure, your nose helps you breathe, but it also sniffs for smells. A special place inside your nose helps tell one smell from another. Your nose sends signals to your brain, so you know when it's time to say, yum, what's in the oven? Have you ever come into your house and smelled something delicious in your house because you know that something's cooking in the oven? That's your nose helping you learn and helping you know what's for dinner. It says kids can smell more things than grown-ups can. Did you know? I just learned something. You kids have a superpower and it's your nose. Your nose works better than grown-up noses. Oh. Give me a high five for being a superhero, kid. Ooh. Your nose and your tongue work together to help you taste. Your nose tells your brain what the food smells like. Your tongue is covered with bumpy taste buds. The taste buds tell you whether you're eating pizza or pickles. Wow. This says you have 10,000 taste buds. They taste what is sweet, sour, bitter, or salty. What do you guys think? Would you rather taste pizza or a pickle? You touch most things with your fingers, but your skin is always touching something. Your clothes, the cool air, or your desk and seat. Your skin tells you if something is soft or hard, fuzzy or smooth. Your skin tells you if you are hot or cold. Your skin sends messages to the rest of your brain. Hey, put on a jacket. I don't know what just happened. Okay. A special doctor who takes care of your ears, nose, and throat is called an ENT. ENT stands for ears, nose, and throat. An eye doctor checks your eyes to see if you need eyeglasses. I can't read today. Here we go. There are doctors who take care of your skin. If your senses have trouble talking to your brain, you go to a special doctor called a neurologist. Look at that nice doctor. I think they're going like this. Ah. Can you do that with me? Ah. Wow, I can see right in our throat. Keep your senses sharp. Wear earplugs around loud noises. Wear goggles or a mask for hockey and snowboarding. Wear sunglasses in bright light. Wear sunscreen and wash your hands with soap and water. Protect your senses. What way do you like to protect your senses? And that is the end of our book. All right, so now that we've already read, I want us to go back because we always like to ask ourselves questions at the end. What's something that you learned about the five senses? Tell me. One thing that I learned is that kids' noses, they work better than grown-up noses because they can smell even more smells than I can. And I think that's really cool. I also learned that I have so many little bumps on my tongue called taste buds, and they help me taste all sorts of different tastes. I think it said that there were 10,000. Let's go back and double check. Sometimes when I remember a detail from a book, but I don't remember exactly, I go back to that page and I look, and that helps me figure it out. Oh, good, I remembered right. It says you have 10,000 taste buds. They taste what is sweet, sour, bitter, or salty. Well, I hope you enjoy learning about the five senses with me today, friends. Bye-bye.